30 right now, everybody. So in the survival thriller Arcadian, family is everything. Take a look.
Thank you for this food we are about to receive to nourish and strengthen our bodies. Thank you for this beautiful day.
It's ready.
Thank you for bringing us together as a family. Amen.
Amen. Thomas,
Yeah.
if you're late again, you can't go past the boundaries.
I was helping Mr. Rose.
I know what you were doing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Well, here to share more about this upcoming film are stars Jaeden Martell and Maxwell Jenkins. Good morning, guys.
Good
Great
morning.
to have you
What's
on.
happening?
How's it going?
Good, good. So this is an apocalyptic horror thriller. And that's
Okay.
a whole mouthful. So tell us a little bit more about Arcadian, what it's all about.
I'd say it's, I think first it's a family drama about this tight family unit. It's two kids and their father, and they have very basic needs and priorities, and they're surviving, but they're just normal kids too.
Yeah, yeah. I think on top of all the other titles that it has, I think it also is kind of a coming of age story too.
Okay.
It's about, you know, wanting to grow up and find the elements that make us human in a world where you can't be human and you can't grow up because that costs you your survival to grow up and find your own freedom.
Yeah, without giving too much away, right? Because he says, like, if you're late again, you can't go out past the boundaries.
Yeah.
So what do you, can you go outside only in specific times or
Yeah,
zones?
well, nighttime is generally a big no
Okay.
in this world.
Yeah.
You know, as makes a great horror movie, nighttime is bad. So no, but yeah, yeah. So if you don't make it home by a certain time, you could be in big trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you were in big trouble with that guy there who was playing your dad,
you should meet
Nicolas
them.
Cage. I mean, hello. What was that like working with him?
Yeah, Nick was. I mean, I feel like I don't need to tell anybody how great of an actor
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is. He's phenomenal, but he's also super collaborative. You know, he comes to set with so many great ideas and so much intention for what the scene should be, but it's not, you know, his way or the highway. He really is. He always asks you what you think about the scene. He always wants to collaborate on it, and he's always bringing in personal details too.
Okay.
which is
You
great.
learn a lot from someone like that,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah, you really do.
Mysterious and dark creatures. That's what I'm told is like lurking. So again, without giving too much away, they're not there. So for you to, as actors, to kind of work with something that's not physically there, but green screen technology, I'm always interested to kind of hear how you kind of get to that zone of like the fear factor without actually seeing it.
Yeah, luckily there's no green screens. We're just in the beauty of Ireland. There's some practical things like practical arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, Ben, our director, he comes from a special effects background. So
Oh, nice.
we were constantly, this monster was kind of evolving throughout the shoot.
Yeah.
And just the idea of it, but it was kind of nice that we didn't know. So there's still that mystery there.
So you never knew, you didn't get a mock-up of what it looked like.
We did, but it kept changing. They kept
Okay.
figuring it out to make something kind of, I think the goal was to make something not scary, but strange and uncomfortable to look at. Yeah.
So when you actually saw the film, was it crazy to see yourself amongst these monsters?
Yeah,
To see the magic
for
of
sure.
movie making?
Totally. I think also what was kind of creepy about this creature that our amazing visual effects team created was it had almost human elements to it.
Okay.
It was killable. It wasn't too big. It never seemed like lightning fast.
Yeah.
It had these kind of real world elements that made it even eerier
Yeah.
because it could be real.
Okay, outside the movie, put you guys into a situation where you're outdoors, whatever, maybe survival mode. Who's surviving out of the two of
Between
you?
the two of
This
us.
guy,
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
he grew up in a circus. This man is athletic.
Wait, did you really?
He's-
Yeah. My parents run a theatrical arts organization that I grew up in called the Midnight Circus.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm a city boy. I'm not going very far.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm done.
I might
One
make it a
night.
day or two longer, but like that's it. I'm not.
We got to hear a little bit more about this. I mean, when you talk about circus, are you talking about like trapeze, tight
Yeah.
wires? What did you do?
Yeah, well, I mean, so I grew up starting doing partner acrobatics with my dad when I was small enough to be thrown around in the air. But you know, then I developed my own act. It's an act called Rollabola, where it's balancing cylinders. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? The cylinders on the board and stack a bunch of layers up, juggle.
Okay.
But we have, you know, we bring in acrobats from all across the world.
Wow.
And to do like a really high level show in Chicago parks all
Nice.
across the city, raising
Okay.
funds for the communities we play.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Are you are you drawn to movies like this? I mean, you were in It. So are you drawn to like this kind of hard, dark kind of world?
I think I'm not necessarily. I'm
Yeah.
kind of a scaredy cat when it comes to horror
Really?
movies.
Are you
watching
scared of
them.
your own movie?
No. I mean, I know what's coming.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just I'm lucky enough to be in something that's, you know, I get to work with strong creative heads and talented people, and that's what I'm interested in. And also, both of these things, it's really about the characters and their relationship, and that's the kind of, you know, that's the structure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what should folks prepare themselves for then when they come to watch this movie? Should we be scared?
Jump scares.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think
jump scares?
you'll definitely be scared.
Okay.
There's some really scary moments, but I think also be prepared to laugh and cry and really fall in love with some characters
There
too.
you go.
I mean, it is a horror thriller, but it also is, like Jaeden said, a family drama.
Yeah.
So you will, hopefully, if we did our jobs right, you'll fall in love with these characters
There you
too.
go.
Oh, I bet you have those little teeny boppers that are going to be like, oh, that's bad,
I'm sure.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks guys for coming in. So excited to
thank
see the film. Looks great.
Great hair.
Thank you
Both
so
of you
much.
got great hair.
Yeah.
Great hair. Yeah.
Do you have hair envy right now?
Hair envy. Yeah. Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
this is what both these styles are like what I wanted to do when I was younger. Now I'm an old man, so.
I wish we could try to pull up your
Yeah.
old picture that
And when I tried to grow my hair out.
your high school photo.
Yeah. See, this is the good length. I got to that awkward phase where I was like, I can't do it. I'm just gonna.
Oh my God, it's too long.
Yeah.